video saying that after the tragic passing of a cosplayer, in part due to racist bullying, it's on all of us to combat racism in our corners of the nerd community. And these are some of the replies people sent to me. Sorry she took the coward's way out. We do not care. How do we know racism had to do with it? It's easier to resort to apathy, victim blaming, or denial instead of addressing the racism that we all know exists. And even if
these people that he just showed are the people that he was talking about. They're the apathetic, they're the racist, they're the fill in the blank, yada yada. Probably some of the people who actually commented on her jazz. Good dude. The people he showed aren't worth anyone's energy. If you're friends with him, I would honestly recommend just peacing out. Never talk to him again. Let them go ahead and become incels. Let them go ahead and spiral and do all the crazy jazz. They'll eventually try to run for president or something. And, you know, we'll start this whole song and dance all over again. Or maybe this can just be a dark joke that I'm making because it's the same old problem repeating itself. Pray. And correct those people that you need to correct. But some jazz you just don't need to touch with a 10-foot pole. Acknowledge the toxic relationships and cut them off. Isolate. Push them off to the fringes of society. They're going to feel like, you know, outcasts and whatnot because they're doing crazy shit like this. That chica, just a normal chica trying to do what she likes to do. Just like this dude. Just like this dude. So I'm like, yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. And fuck these guys too. Peace.
All know exists. And even if you aren't a person that talks like this, there's a high likelihood that one of them is in your midst. You know what happens in your group chats when black people aren't around. And we know that you let it take place without making a sound. But the greatest change isn't going to come from typing rest in peace in comment sections. It's going to come from interpersonal communication. Tough conversations. Communities get to decide what behavior they reject and what behavior they allow. To stop a tragedy like this from happening in the future, we have to have these conversations now. I
did leave off that part. Again, if you want to talk to him, talk to him. But for those hard hearts that you can't touch and ain't trying to be touched and ain't willing to actually change, yeah. Chuck up the deuce and never see them again. That is honestly my recommendation. Family and whatnot, you ain't got no choice. They always gonna be at the function. Blah, blah, blah. But if you ain't confronting them, that's some sloth and apathy. Or you agree. In which case, you're also part of the problem. Grow up, peeps.